Okay, this is not the sort of content that I usually enjoy creating. This is not something I normally would comment on, but as somebody in this space, I feel my need to put my say in it. Hey guys, it's Mimberly. Welcome back to the channel. I've been taking a couple of days off because, as you guys can tell by my arms, I have got like major sunburn, and I've been taking a few days off with Kate to just relax and de-stress, and unfortunately that has changed because of a certain situation in the Love and Deepspace community. Now, I'm going to get the disclaimer now. I have not spoken to this individual myself, so I don't know what their personal verdict is on this whole situation. I'm just giving my kind of words as an individual. For those of you who do not know, Lexy, a relatively big content creator in the Love and Deepspace community, has decided that as of immediate effect, she is going to stop making Love and Deepspace content. Because sheer toxicity from the Love and Deepspace community. Is the Love and Deepspace community fucking children? I'm genuinely, like, really frustrated about this whole situation, because Lexy is one of my favorite content creators, and this does not change that. She always will be, in my personal opinion, because I feel like me and her have very similar kind of interests with, you know, Baldur's Gate and Astarion. Obviously, I've not watched her full playthrough because I'm playing through the game myself. Obviously, Silas and, you know, Love and Deepspace, and obviously she's recently been playing Date Everything as well, and I just feel like as an individual I can connect to Lexy really, really well, and the fact that there's been times where I've joined her streams and she's recognized me, which was a little ego boost, I will admit, but the fact that she basically feels like she can't be a part of this community anymore just because of sheer toxicity is ridiculous, considering Love and Deepspace is a game that's supposed to be marketed towards older women. This is the sort of behavior that I would expect from adult babies on Call of Duty, not a game like Love and Deepspace. It's ridiculous. We hear the horror stories of the community all the time, whether it's the boycott situations, people complaining that it's not free to play, or it's very hard to be an F2P player. And the fact that we are now taking it out on the content creators who are giving you access to that content if you're unable to play it yourself is not the right way to approach it. I'm very lucky with my community, though I will admit I am expecting some negative comments on this video. But the fact that we feel that bad, like, I cannot imagine being that upset about posting content and getting so much hate that you just delete that part of the game, which I think for Lexy was actually probably one of her biggest games as well. So she's lost probably, bless her, quite a bit of, you know, channels for that. I'm so disappointed in this community because of this. I'm very lucky because I haven't really felt the pure toxicity of this community yet, and I would argue that my community is relatively is non-toxic. I was trying to think of the word for not toxic, but it wasn't coming to my brain. I'm really upset about this, and if it's Lexy now, but who's to say this is not going to target other content creators in the future? It could be me next. It could be Gotcha Goblin. It could be Nate. It could be any of the other Love and Deepspace content creators that I know, and it is so disappointing that the community are acting like this. We're adults. Get a grip. It's a goddamn game. If you really do not like a content creator that badly, just don't watch their content. It is not rocket science. The fact that you are taking time out of your day to write these hate comments, I think people forget that whether the comments are positive or negative, you're still boosting that person on the algorithm because you're interacting with the post. If you don't want to do any sort, if you don't want to help them in any way, shape or form, just don't click on the video. Because then you're not being toxic, you're not affecting the content creator, and you're not wasting your time leaving a comment to somebody on the internet. It's ridiculous. And that's the thing. We wonder why we keep the VAs under secret and lockdown. This is exactly why. I have said this multiple times before. I do not want to know who the voice actors are for the love interests in Love and Deepspace, whether it's Japanese, Chinese, English. I don't want to know, because I want to respect their privacy and enjoy them for what they are. at the end of the day, it's a fucking game. If this was like politics, that'd be completely different. But this is a game. We do not need to be toxic. If you don't enjoy the game or you don't enjoy the content creator, just don't play it or don't watch them. This is the beauty of YouTube. If you don't like a particular content creator, 9 times out of 10, there's going to be somebody else out there who may be more to your fancy. I mean, I've been called fucking budget Lexy on multiple occasions. Do I let that get to me? No. Does it annoy me? A bit. But you know what? I just roll my eyes at it and move on, because I'm not letting myself get affected by that, and I'm thankfully not receiving it on anywhere near as big of a scale as Lexy was. I don't use X/Twitter often because I feel like it is just a platform for negativity, and looking at some of the really disgusting tweets that have been said with Lexy at it, it honestly made me feel sick to my stomach, the fact that people can be that rude. Saying, oh, keep Silas's name out of your mouth. We are allowed to enjoy a fucking character. If you don't like Lexy, go find somebody else. And honestly, I understand why Lexy has done it. I am not disregarding Lexy's feelings in the slightest. I honestly think she's probably done the best thing that she could do for herself and her own mental health. And I would do the exact same thing if, say, for example, I was getting so much negativity towards, let's just say, Baldur's Gate 3. I'd drop Baldur's Gate 3 immediately and just start enjoying the game on my own. But I don't, because I'm relatively lucky with being a smaller content creator. I don't have to worry about this sort of thing. But the fact that we are literally, like, having a go, like, this is Love and Deep, like, she's probably one of the people who actually helped me find Love and Deepspace. She's arguably one of the biggest creators in there. She put so much effort and time into the wedding banner. She pulled all 5 cards. She's bloody played them. And she still gets hate. And, like, I'm having a look at, like, all of the comments on, you know, the situation or people I've seen. I'm honestly worried for the next generation if this is seen as okay. Yeah, I completely agree. If I pulled this shit when I was younger, I would have been at the police office or like the police station. In fact, no, actually, now I say it, I actually did have to pull somebody to the police station because they were bullying me online so badly and telling me that, you know, I had to YouTube friendly not be here anymore, which if any of you know what I'm referring to, I'm so sorry. It's like, come on, I am just getting so irritated because I genuinely am beginning to feel like if it's not safe for content creators, it's not going to be safe for the voice actors. I mean, how this is also such a big hit for the Love and Deepspace devs. This is a massive hit for Infold as well. Because Lexy, no matter when she posts it, her videos always got a good solid 10 to 15k views at the minimum, which for a content creator for Love and Deepspace is really good. My best Love and Deepspace video was the Tomorrow's Catch 22 reaction. That was 10k. That's the best video that I've ever had on this channel, taking out shorts. So I understand, like, from her perspective, how she must be feeling. And I genuinely just wish nothing the best for Lexy, because she really deserves it. And the fact that she has now gotten to this point is a really big red flag for a lot of players. I know there's a few people that I know who are actually also considering dropping Love and Deepspace now because they're scared they're going to get the same treatment. So I'm not really making this video to yell at people. I'm just telling the people who are watching this video who did say anything to Lexy to get a fucking grip. If you don't enjoy the game, get the fuck off the game. Go be toxic elsewhere, because we don't want it here. We don't get many games where it is women mostly. So the fact that it's being ruined like this is heartbreaking to me. Love and Deepspace has always been my most successful game on this channel, and it's honestly been one of the ones that I have never failed to not have fun recording. So am I gonna admit that I'm worried about me being the next toxic target? Yes. Am I gonna let it stop me? No. But I just want to reiterate for anybody who is listening or watching this, don't be a dick. It's not difficult. It really is not. And I'm sorry, this is not the sort of content I usually like to make on this channel. But I try to keep this place as positive as possible. But as somebody who really respected Lexy and actually looked up to her as another content creator, I had to say my piece and just say I really hope that Lexy does find some sort of peace from this. And I know she wouldn't have done this to cause drama, because unlike some people, what they actually think. I just genuinely hope she's okay. I wish her the best, and I really wish the best for her and her career going forward. But if you are watching this and you have caused any sort of toxicity, if you don't like it, do it the right way. If you have a problem with the game, leave it in the surveys. Or if you have a problem, don't go attacking the content creators. We're the ones who are basically free advertisement for the game at this point, and in the nicest way possible. If it wasn't for the content creators, the games would not be quite the same. We wouldn't be able to bond over it as much as we do. And I'm not trying to toot our own horns here and say that we're the best, because we're not. But at the same time, the fact that we are able to make this content for you, so if you want to, you can go back and watch stuff that maybe you weren't able to get. Like, for example, Lexy played the No Defense Zone. I played No Defense Zone. Like, those sort of games and cards that are currently not available to the public for access. Don't be a dick at us. We're not doing anything wrong. We're just here to entertain and give you a good time and get your mind away from what's going on in the real world for a bit. So, honestly, don't attack us for, doing what we enjoy. If you don't like us, then that's fine. If you've got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Unless it's genuine constructive criticism. Because honestly, I feel like I'm talking to a bunch of children in this community sometimes. And I want to say again and reiterate that I am lucky enough to not have this problem in my community myself yet. And if it does ever happen, I will deal with it accordingly. But I'm very disappointed in this community at the moment. And I'm not saying I'm debating my future with regards to the game, but I know I'm not the only content creator who's had the faults. And if you want to continue enjoying what the content creators do and playing the stuff and entertaining you guys, please be nice to us. We're human, just like you. We have our own lives and we have our own feelings. And those can be very easily upset, and everyone has got a breaking point. I really did not want to make this video, but I had to get my point out because who else is going to comment on it?